Hello everybody, this is Hop to the Hippity Hop, bringing you once again another StarCraft 2 commentary. And this is going to be a game on Metalopolis with Good Morning spawning at the 2 o'clock position as the green Protoss, and Prayanavita, who is going to be spawning in close positions to Good Morning as the pink Zerg. So this is a custom game, and Good Morning is actually a good friend of mine. Funny story, I actually met him playing World of Warcraft, which I currently do not play right now because of school and other activities. But for the time being, he is a really high level Protoss player, 2.4k diamond, I believe. But I actually really think he could make Masters if he just played more. But unfortunately, he plays a lot more WoW than he does play StarCraft. So he is a great player, as well as Prayanavita. Apparently these two are friends, and Good Morning met Prayanavita in a tournament back when they both played Brood Wars together. So these are two pretty good players. Maybe like a B- in the ICC Cup, but yeah, they're both pretty high level players. Just keep that in mind. And yeah, this is going to be a fun matchup. Let's just take a look on the production tab. Nice placement of the the pylon by Good Morning. Actually placing it way back here, so he has enough space to place his gateways in the front where this pylon won't be as vulnerable, especially if it's back here. So a nice placement by Good Morning. Looks like he is going to be getting a gas as well, to be getting that warp technology. But wow, look right here. Prayanavita actually doing something extremely risky, going straight to the middle of the map and grabbing this gold expansion. One thing I don't agree about this move is that Good Morning can just get a probe and just walk right by the towers and he'll be able to see this. So that's one very risky move, especially if it's scouted out in the early game. But looks like Good Morning actually did not opt to get that watchtower, so he's going to be Prayanavita is actually going to be looking pretty good. And Good Morning is probably thinking, what the heck, this Zerg isn't going to be getting another hatchery. So that's going to confuse Good Morning just a little bit, but he is a great player, and I think he knows that something is up. He actually is here to block the expansion, but too bad for Good Morning. Pray. I'm just gonna call him Pray. Prayanavita is kind of hard to say. No offense to the name, but Pray is not going to be opting to get that expansion. He is now getting that gas, and I think this is a mistake. Transferring all his drones to the gold expansion, that in essence isn't a mistake, but the fact that he showed Good Morning that he's going to be doing this. So maybe he should have killed off the probe and then moved all his drones to the expansion. And whoa, don't want that popping up. But now Good Morning is seeing this, and he's going to be going for some kind of early... Oh, actually going for some early tech there, going for a Stargate. So Good Morning going for probably Void Rays, because I don't think... no layer is up. The Queen is still not up for his main hatchery, Prey's main hatchery. He does have a couple Zerglings out, and the Zealot is on the way to do some damage. I think Prayanavita will be able to hold this off pretty easily, though. If he micros his Zerglings correctly, and a couple going in and softening up one of the Zerglings, not too bad, though. But Good Morning is going to be trying to focus down the drones. Just has to be careful not to get surrounded, but Prayanavita doing a great job using drones and his Zerglings to surround that Zealot and quickly extinguishing it, killing it, destroying it. There are so many different ways I could say for it to die, but that is not the point here. Looks like Good Morning here, bringing a probe down. I think he's waiting for 400 minerals to get an expansion as well. So Good Morning actually going for a pretty early expand. And Prey is going to be walking around here with his Zerglings to see what is up. So far, yeah, there we go. There is the early expansion by Good Morning. And whoa, Good Morning actually didn't have a Zealot here, so Prey could have actually just walked up and probably seen the starport. And from the looks of it, a Void Ray is coming in. Oh, layer is just going up now. And one Queen won't be able to hold off a Void Ray. A Void Ray can kill off one Queen, no problem. And this could spell a lot of disaster, just because Prey does not have an evolution chamber up to put up those spore crawlers, and all he has is a Roach Warren and one Queen. So really, that one Queen is going to be the only factor keeping Good Morning from attacking. But here we go. Good Morning should be able to clean up this Queen. But what? Actually, the heck? He's going to be backing out. I think maybe going for the main, noticing there's no Queen, so better risk. But actually, he's not going to be doing that. He's just going to be picking off Overlords. Okay. One thing I actually don't agree with this move, because he could have easily killed the Queen, and then just maybe sniped off this hatchery. But he's allowing Prayanavita to get another queen. Oh, and actually I missed a skirmish here between a couple Zerglings, as well as Zealots. But it looks like these roaches are going to be coming in to take care of these roaches. And this is really good early aggression. All Good Morning really has is that Void Ray, a second Void Ray as well. But really, this could look pretty bad. Prayanavita actually should be opting to take out this pylon, and there he goes. He is going to be killing that pylon, which is going to be empowering this forge, as well as this gateway that's going to be warping in soon, and this cannon. So, actually backing out now. He could have done a lot of damage if he just took down this pylon. But the probes are now running, and I think Prayanavita is going to just come in here and maybe try to pick off a probe or two. And there he goes, picking off a probe. For the time being, a Void Ray is now coming in, but Prayanavita does now have that Hydra Dent, so I think he's going to be just fine, especially with these Void Rays. So, Good Morning actually did not opt to kill that queen in the beginning. I think that was an error. He should have actually went for that queen. As you can see here, watch, this queen will most likely die. You can't really run away from queen on creep. Oh yeah, Void Rays are slower now. I forgot with the patch. I think they made Void Rays slower. They just don't have the speed upgrade anymore. But this Void Ray is going to be doing some cute micro to kill off some drones before he is forced to run away. So nice job at least taking out a couple drones. Let's look at the income tab here. Fairly even here. Looks like Good Morning is just behind by maybe 2 or 3 drones, so not too big of a deal. And if we look on the production tab, 4 Hydras are now coming out, as well as a 3rd expansion for Prayanavita, which is actually his natural. So grabbing a natural and the gold. Good stuff. If you notice here, actually, Prey, I'm just calling him Prey. God, I said that so many times. So Prey is going to be going for, isn't actually getting that evolved groove spines, which does give +1 range to those Hydralisks. And that's pretty much a really crucial upgrade that you really need to get, especially against Protoss. Because you want that range on the Hydras, because Hydras are so weak, and you want them in the back attacking the units. But for the time being, looks like more Void Rays are coming out. I actually don't agree with this play just now, because Hydras are out, and Void Rays go down so fast to Hydras. Hydras DPS just so quickly. Oh, and now Groove Spines is now coming up for the Hydras, so he should be just fine. Prayanavita actually doing a great job with his position here, anticipating that the Void Rays will come over to this ledge. But the problem with this is that he's going to have to run back here and take care of this. But 2 queens are now out, as well as okay, yeah, 2 queens, 3 queens. There we go. There's a 3rd queen. So 3 queens are now out to defend against these 3 Void Rays, so they are forced to push back. But nice interception here by Prayanavita, bringing his Hydras to this other gold and kind of walling it or blocking in these Void Rays, actually able to pick off 1. So nice move there by Prayanavita. And Good Morning here is going to be nicely walled in here at his expansion. And he is actually getting that, what is this, +1 upgrades, as well as Warp Gate now. And a Robo Facility is going to be going down, so probably most likely see Immortals, or maybe even possibly Colossi. That's pretty popular to do on 2 base. Hydra is just moving back to do nothing much. Let's look at the income tab once again. Now they are completely even, actually. And whoa, Prayanavita actually going for another expansion, a 4th expansion. And I think the reasoning behind this is that the gold expansion brings in so many minerals. Just look at his income. Even though they are even, pretty much even, he has 300 more income than his Protoss opponent here. So actually grabbing a 5th and a 6th expansion just to use up those minerals, because he is soaring so high with all those minerals. And Good Morning has to be careful right here, or he's going to be losing a Void Ray, and he does lose one. And note, Void Rays are not cheap to get. They're actually quite expensive, especially on the gas, and Protoss need all the gas they can get, especially to pop out those Colossi or Immortals and whatnot. Nicely just tucking in his Void Ray back here, hiding it. But Prayanavita is going to be soaring pretty far ahead, now producing mass drones, 51 under 38. So Prayanavita is way ahead with the drones, and Good Morning realizes that, so he is going to be grabbing his 3rd expansion as well. Actually, Good Morning is opting to get a big number of sentries if you look at the army mix here. So it's going to be 6 sentries, 2 zealots, and 2 Void Rays. Notice how it's pretty much mid-game, but they don't have too many units. It's basically a harvester battle right now to see who can get the better economy. And right now, I would say Prey has a much better chance, just because Zerg are the macro masters. And really, there is no one that can compete with a Zerg player, a high-level Zerg player that can macro well. So it looks like Prey is actually going to be pulling slowly ahead here. And And Good Morning is actually going to have to do some kind of damage, maybe take out an expansion or two, or else Prey is just going to be going crazy with that Zerg macro, and whenever his army dies, he's just going to be able to reinforce just like that, very fast, because Zerg can reinforce so quickly. It's quite amazing, and I don't know why that keeps popping up. That is quite funny. I don't know if you guys actually see that, but my Windows Media Player just keeps popping up every now and then. But looks like, oh, hallucinations. So something you don't see too often, Protoss gang, and maybe Good Morning is going for some feint move to maybe hallucinate some colossi and come in and do some sort of attack and maybe kind of scare his opponent into backing out. But we'll see here what he does with this hallucination. And if you actually look at the army tab here, 13 queens are on the field, so Prayanavita going for mass queens apparently. This is quite crazy. And note, queens are very good, especially as a supporting unit. They do a lot of, they don't do too much damage, but what they do provide is healing as well as spreading creep very fast. So look at all the energy on those queens, so they're going to be able to heal very well. Looks like Prayanavita is going to be going up maybe to the 3rd expansion to do some kind of damage, some kind of attack. But queens are so slow on creep. I actually think Prayanavita shouldn't be moving out his queens unless there is creep, because queens are, look how vulnerable this could be. Oh man. Some zealots and some sentries and stalkers take this out so quickly. So Prayanavita actually needs to be very careful. And actually checking up in this area to see if Good Morning got an expansion. But oh no!